Hello and welcome to my channel. So for today we're just going to install Drupal9 using Git. So why do we use Git? Because unlike the previous version of Drupal, in Drupal 9, if you look at Drupal 9. So in Drupal 9 you can use downloading the Drupal 9 zip file, or you can download it through zip, targz, or tarzip, and then you can use Composer to install Drupal 9. So why is it needed to use Composer? Because it's much more easier and it's much more uh, it's requirements for using or for installing modules on Drupal 9. We're not going to I'm not going to show you uh, everything about um, the git command, but basically what is git is you can look at it on atlassians.com, where it is specified here that git bash in an application is an application for Microsoft Windows environment which provide an emulation layer for git command line experience. So basically this is just an application that can be used to emulate the server itself and using Unix command line. Okay, so if you're going to download Git, you just go to the Google and then type Git Bash download, and then you can see the first line is download Git under git-scm.com. Let's open that. And then if you are on Windows, you can download directly by clicking the download for Windows. But if you're using a different environment like Mac OS or Linux, you can just click these options on the left side. So on my case, let's use the download for Windows. And then you will be prompted with another what do you call this options, which is 32-bit or the 64 git 64-bit for git. So you can choose either one of the two, depending on the machine that you are using. So on my end, on my case, I will click the 64-bit, and then it will download, or it will download the exe file. So let's go to the download folder, and then just click the exe file. So this is a very straightforward application that you're going to use on your window environment. So just click the install, and then automatically it's just install itself on the Windows. So you don't need to add or configure anything. Just going to add all the files and the library on your machine, like so. So as you can see, it's adding some library, and then uh, okay, almost there. So once this is finished, you can just skip the view release note and then just launch the git bash. Okay, so once we have that, so this is the git um, environment. So the command line is mostly Linux or Unix command line in use. So ls is to view the files, and then let's go to the directory of Laragon. So if we ls that, we can see that all the files that I'm working on is already in here. And let's just clear that. Then let's create inside the Laragon folder. Let's see. So we're going to add, are we going to install the Drupal. Okay. So let's use under the Drupal or starting a site using the Drupal Composer project templates. Let's just copy this one. Okay. And then paste it in here. And let's change my project into a Drupal tutorial. Then enter. And then after we do that, it will create a folder inside the Laragon Drupal tutorial. Here it is. And what the Git is doing is it will install all the necessary library and files that we'll be needing to our Drupal project. Okay, so after it is finished, then it will you will prompted by the congratulations you've installed the Drupal code base from the Drupal slash recommended project template. So let's go and see what have on the Drupal tutorial. So we have here the composer lock, the configuration, the attributes, and inside the web you can see the core modules and all the necessary files and folders for the Drupal. So if we go to the Laragon and then right click www and then let's go to Drupal tutorial. You can see here that we are under the Drupal tutorial, and then if we click the web, it will redirect us to the um, installation screen for the Drupal 9.4. Now, some of you might have some issues with regards to this. You will be prompted by error. It is because you have to run Composer, and installing the Composer, you just go to devanswer.co. This URL. I can put this on the instruction or on this YouTube vlog, and then you can see that it has step by step process on installing the Composer. And when you go or when you get to this part where you have to install the PHP, you don't need to do this because Laragon already have a a PHP under the bin PHP, and then uh, on my end I have multiple version of PHP, but basically if you install the Laragon, you will have the I think 5.6 this one, and then here is the PHP application that you will need. So all you have to do on this part is skip this one and just go to download composer setup.exe, and then on the choose command line PHP you just have to browse inside the Laragon and just point it on the PHP application under the PHP version that you have. So I think, and then after that you will have to run composer install, or this one, composer install. After you do that, all the issues will be we solve. So I think that's it for now. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you learned something. And we will tackle the next process, which is the installation of Drupal, including the adding of modules, the necessary modules, and then the user. And we'll be checking some new modules for Drupal 9. Thank you and have a good day.